Alright, welcome back to Rise and Shine, and it is the 10th of February and it's a brilliant Friday morning, and as we promised you, we do have a very great personality in the studios as usual, as it's the Poya Day. The gift of Dharma excels all other gifts, so today we are going to gift you another very interesting topic with regards to Buddhism that we would like to speak to Mr. Vipula Vangasekara, who is the former senior diplomat and also a Director General of Tourism Authority, and who is currently a senior lecturer at the NSBM Green University. He has also authored the book Pointers to Enlightenment, which is a gift of Dharma that he has gifted to all the Buddhists and also the other people of even different religions, and also conducts regular meditation programs for Sri Lankans and also for the international community. So very good morning to you, sir.
Hi, Duan, and a very good morning.
Yes, so speaking of Buddhism, actually I would put it this way: a pinch of practice is worth than a ton of theory. Practice is very, very important. So Mr. Vipul, I would like to ask you, who is actually a true Buddhist in the way that you can define?
On the surface, anyone who observes precepts and follows certain traditions and perhaps some rituals, you could probably carry this nomenclature, call oneself a Buddhist. The question is whether that is sufficient by simply, in fact today is the Poya Day, and I saw hundreds and hundreds of the Buddhists who are observing still in various places. It's beautiful because they are away from the rush world, and at least they are devoting one day to observe these precepts and prevent themselves from getting into, the usual the day-to-day affairs, which is a good thing, and therefore there is a rationale in calling oneself a Buddhist. But when you say who is a true Buddhist, I suppose that question opens up a wider spectrum of areas from which you can identify a true Buddhist from different perspectives. Now, one may argue and say that some of these precepts that we are like, don't kill, don't steal, don't lie, and they are also appearing in the legal system. So why do you need to follow any religion for that matter? Because if you have them in the legal system, so that is why from Buddhist perspective, if you take one step further, and Buddha has spelled out this Brahma Vivarana, Metta, Karuna, Mudita, because if you look at some of the laws and regulations that have come into being, like the laws against animal cruelty, the laws against child abuse, and laws against environmental degradation, and so on, it fits into this Brahma Vivarana and your ability to extend loving kindness. And Karuna means any action that emanates from the loving kindness. And anyone who can now take mudita, which is altruistic joy, or what they call sympathetic joy, your ability to rejoice over the success or joy of another. Now, one can test oneself actually, whether you are capable of doing so. Now, a classic example is that you are happy when someone in your family achieves something, either by way of a career or something else, your examination or something. So you rejoice over that, especially the parents. But can these parents have the same amount of joy when someone else achieves the same thing? If not, why? If not, why? Now, I'm not saying that, you must have this, but if there is a problem of kind of being able to be happy about a success of another, it is a test, really. You can ask yourself, what is preventing me from rejoicing over? So that takes you a little beyond this observation of precepts. And Lord Buddha has spelled it out. And upeksha, how your life is full of vicissitudes, and how you take them in a balanced manner. And that also helps you to yourself a true Buddhist. So once again, you have these precepts in the legal system, but is there anything else that you can do? I could give you perhaps an example, the rationale thinking, because most of these, the new laws and regulations have come into being through an intellectual dialogue. Religions may or may not have contributed to that. But if you speak about this specific metta, karuna, mudita, upekkha, and if someone can investigate and see where I stand in terms of this Brahma Viharana, that's a good test to ask yourself whether you are a true Buddhist or not. And there's one more point, another level is whether at some point in your life there are people who want to see whether there is another way of looking at life, and whom we call the spiritual seekers or the seekers of enlightenment. When you come up to that, then you start probably meditating, or you go from guru to guru, and you are in search of something. You are in search of something which you felt that you have not seen in life. And by that time, when you come up to that level, even the label, the Buddhist, can collapse, because then you have passed some of these stages. You have understood that there is something called suffering, and you know intellectually that there is a way out, but you still don't know experientially. And when you come up to that, I would say that person himself might not want to call a Buddhist, but then that is where you find a true Buddhist.